y'all, it's Kate from the Literary Apothecary, and today we're going to do our weekly reading wrap-up for the week of October 3rd to the 9th. First, I want to say hello and thank you to some of our new subscribers. We have Thomas Allen, Vignesh Kaur, you, and Ellen Onda. Thank you guys for subscribing. It really means the world to me, and without you, I'd just be sitting here talking about books to the camera. So thank you for subscribing, and I hope you love what you see. I also want to say thank you to a new patron, Ian E. Thank you for being a patron. Your support really means the world to me, and I love you to pieces. A couple quick announcements. On Saturday, October 9th, I have a live show with Stephanie at Mr. George Reads, Christy Lewis Dostoevsky in Space, and Una from the Codex Cantina, and we're going to be talking about Notes from a Dead House by Fyodor Dostoevsky on Stephanie's channel at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, so I hope you all join us then. We're going to have a spoiler-free section at the beginning, and then we'll go into spoilers and talk about the book in detail afterwards, but I hope you guys join us. We had so much fun buddy reading this book together, and I can't wait to talk to everyone about it. Exciting news in December, we're going to be having a live show with Nicholas Eames, who wrote Kings of the Wild and Bloody Rose, the band series. He's agreed to do a live show with Jessie from the Bookish Mom and Andrew. Andrew's Originally Reads and me, and I am so excited for this show. It's going to be so much fun. That'll be sometime in the beginning of December, and I can't wait for it. I'm so excited. And then our last announcement that I have for today, if you saw my September wrap-up October TBR video, you know that we've got a contest going on right now. Whoever can guess the closest, without going over, to how many books I can read while I'm in my sling for 6 weeks after surgery, that's October 14th to November 29th, they'll win one book off of their wish list, whatever wish list they have. So go and check out my October TBR video and put your guess in, and I can't wait to see who comes the closest and how many books people think I can read and how many books I'll actually get read in those 6 weeks. So that's an exciting announcement. Now, on to the books that I finished this week. This week I finished 2 books. The first book I finished was an arc, and so I can't really talk a lot about it right now, not until the end of the month. That's the Fall of Babel arc. This is book 4 in the Books of Babel series by Josiah Bancroft, and I loved this book so much. This is my favorite book in the series, and I'll have a spoiler-free review at the end of this month, and then once the book is released on November 9th, I'll have a spoiler-filled review because I can't wait to talk about this book with y'all. It was so good, but that's all for now. And then the second book that I finished was The Kite Runner by Khalid Hosseini, and this was my patron pick for September. Josephine and I read this together. We buddy read this, and I enjoyed this book a lot, but there was a lot in this book. There was a lot of a lot of trigger warnings. This book was very hard-hitting, very important to the Afghan community, and I'll have a review on this book next week on Wednesday, all about this book and my experience with this. If you want to see my experience while I was reading this, I have a patron-only vlog that will go up very soon on my Patreon account. That's one of the perks that patrons get, is they get to see vlogs of my patron picks. Now, let's talk about the books that I am currently reading. So, right now I am still making my way through Empire in Black and Gold, and I'm enjoying this book so much. I think I'm about 60% right now through this book, and it is getting so good. It's so interesting. Adrian Tchaikovsky uses details so well in this book. He doesn't let anything go unnoticed, and I just love it. I am still making my way through Dune, and I'm enjoying this so much. I just reached the end of part 1 in this book, and I can't wait to see what happens in the rest of this book. And once I'm done with this book, I'll have a live show with Evie at She Was Only Evie to talk about this. This is one of Evie's favorite books, and this was a birthday read for Evie's birthday that I've been doing, and it's a big book, so it's taken me a while to get through, but I am enjoying every minute of this read. I am also still making my way through The Count of Monte Cristo. As you know, this was a 3-month read-along that started back in August, and it's supposed to be ending here in October, and I might not make it to October. It might carry over to November, but I'm making good progress on this. I've been listening to the audiobook for this, and that narrator is just so good. His voice is just so calming, and he says the French words in a way that is just so enjoyable. So I'm really enjoying this, and we're getting to some really, really, really interesting parts. Things are really picking up, so I can't wait to see where The Count of Monte Cristo goes. And then the last book that I have currently going is Valor by John Gwynne, which is book 2 in the Faithful and Fallen series, and I just started this last night, so I'm only a chapter in, but I can't wait to see where this story goes because I absolutely loved Malice, the first book in this series. It was a wild ride. It was so crazy, so many great characters, and I can't wait to see what happens to them in this part of the story. This is book 2 in a 4-book series, and I can't wait to read that. I'm buddy reading this with my friend Sharon at Sharon Dwyer and Ben at Ben the Overlord, and I can't wait to see where this story goes. Now, let's talk about my next reads. When I'm done reading Empire and Black and Gold, I'm going to be starting The Only Good Indians by Stephen Graham Jones, and this is my patron pick for October. Amanda at the Reading and Writing Life is my patron of the month this month, and she's chosen The Only Good Indians by Stephen Graham Jones as our buddy read pick of the month, and I can't wait to read this. I've heard such amazing things from Evie and Leslie at the Nerdy Narrative and Sharon at Sharon Dwyer. Everyone who's read this book has absolutely loved it, so I can't wait to get into this spooky read. I will also be starting Leviathan Wakes by James S.A. Corey. This is book 1 in the Expanse series, and I am buddy reading this with Jessie at the Bookish Mom. Jessie actually read this in September. I didn't get to it that month, but I will be starting this very soon, probably after I finish Dune, and I can't wait to see how the book compares to the TV show. I'm told that it's very, very close. The TV show is probably one of the closest adaptations there are out there of a book, but I can't wait to see what they took from the book and put in the TV show and what they left off, because I absolutely love that TV show so much. It's so addicting, and so I can't wait to read the book and see how it compares. I will also be starting Dragonfly Falling, which is book 2 in the Shadows of the Apps series. This comes after Empire and Black and Gold, and this was part of a read-along at the Library of Alexandria's web Discord. They are now on book 3, so I am way behind on this read-along, but I'm still really enjoying my read of Empire and Black and Gold, so I don't care if I'm behind, because eventually I'll read all the books because I'm enjoying this world and these characters so much. And then the next audiobook that I'll be starting probably this weekend is A Breath of Snow and Ashes, which is book 7 in the Outlander series, slowly catching up to our series. This has been such a fun reread for me because I've only read all of these books once, and a lot of these books is like reading it again for the first time. And now that I'm on book 7, it's like a first read because the show is only up to season 6, which is about book 6. And so I can't wait to start this book and see where Jamie and Claire's story goes from here. That leaves me only 2 books left before we get to the new book that comes out at the end of November, book 9, and I can't wait to read Go Tell the Bees That I'm Gone, book 9 in the Outlander series by Diana Gabaldon. So that was my weekly reading wrap up for this week. Let me know what you read this week, what you're looking forward to reading next week. As always, my Patreon and my Discord information will be in the description below. It's only $1 a month to join my Patreon, so come join if you want to support me. We have a ton of fun, and there's lots of fun perks. Keep reading, and I love you all to the moon and back. Bye.